Hello and welcome home. We are doing a full moon reading today. It is a Virgo full moon. And that, while relating to perfectionism, I feel this is more about, instead of the idea of perfect and best being outside of you, it's actually about what's perfect and best is inside of you. So however it is that you take care of yourself best, however you get in your best vibration, that's perfection. And that can be messy. That can be inconceivable to other people. So I think in our realm, we think of perfectionism as tight and planned, free from flaws and mistakes. And I really feel like this is trying to get us back into an energy of perfectionism is authenticity. That is the greatest beauty, which brings us back to Virgo. The most beautiful thing is your authenticity. That's perfection. So I'm going to be pulling 7 cards, do a 7-card spread again. I'm using a tarot deck, traditional Rider-Waite. Very interesting already. I did a spread like this recently, and we're getting the first card, same card out again in the first position. Oh boy. A lot of love, a lot of creation coming out in here, a lot of movement and activity and abundance, growth coming out already. Okay. All right. So the first position, which came out recently, also in another time I did this spread very recently, is a 3 of Pentacles. And this is in the position of what current energies are supporting you, or what like the general theme might be, like what's going on here. And I feel like something is developing. You've put effort into it, you've put intention into it, but I'm feeling that some pieces are still in the dark with the shadows here, and then the colorful pieces are the people helping. So I'm feeling, which is a resonating theme I'm seeing out a lot, is that finding your people, letting them help you. So overall, I feel like we're in this like creation time. 3, a number of creation to me. And then I like, in the tarot, it's written with the 3 lines. We have the 3 people here, reiterating again to me that in this time of creation, it's not, while it may be your baby, like it may be something that's super important to you, I'm actually feeling how there is support around you that wants to help you and that will help you. And with it a lot of darkness happening here, I'm actually feeling how it like can be hard to let go of these ideas that you can't get any help, or that there's no one around. And then we're stepping into this new energy of remembering, look what's in front of you. What is offering its assistance? So forget all the stuff in the dark and that didn't work out or isn't helping. What is helping? In the next position, this taps into some recent energy that you might have been feeling, and I love it. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very bright. I'm also drawn to the black cat, stepping into like a taste of mysticism in there, because she's holding a staff, which I feel is very organic, and the sunflowers. So it's very earthly, but there's also a bit of magic. And I'm feeling like how being ultra grounded is like, getting, because of Wands of Fire, is like being ultra grounded is what allows you to ignite that magic. And I'm feeling a little bit still that sometimes we're not able to ground all the way because we're looking ahead so much. So there's been a lot of activity and a lot of growth and a lot of looking ahead to the future and wondering, like, how is this all going to come together? Well, might be some good news here in the next position, which is like some upcoming things that might be happening for you. Is it is showing Ace of Wands, and so that's like a great idea or a great beginning. I'm feeling like you're the Ace of Wands. You're the creator. So the more energy you have in like cultivating yourself and having a stable self is what allows you to keep creating. So I'm feeling how the foundation that you've laid is going to allow you to grow from there. And with the clouds, you don't need to know exactly how that is, because it's always going to be changing. It's always going to be evolving. And your stability is going to allow you to keep creating out of that. In the center position is a card that may reflect your state of mind. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So, right off the bat, like, very exciting. A Ten of Pentacles, I'm getting here that your ideas in your mind are your intentions and your outlook and what you're looking ahead to is very positive, very nurturing. I feel like, great for the collective. I'm also getting that it might be like it might cause a lot of worry right now as well. Especially because this is a lot to have, and we might not totally feel like, oh, I don't know if I can handle all of that coming with me, like thinking of my current space, thinking of my current bank account. Would I be able to handle all this? Because there's the Ten of Pentacles, but there's also some action here too. And that can be intimidating. I'm seeing the older and the younger. I'm also feeling transitions here. So there's a lot of activity, a lot of optimism, but also a lot of transitioning. And as exciting and momentous that this all can be, it can also be intimidating. In the next position, we have what will help you. Or, what you need help with. So, to recap, we have this is a creative time right now. You're coming out of a time of darkness in this creativity. You're starting to put yourself out there, collaborating. And most recently, you've been working on empowering yourself and believing in yourself. planting tangible seeds while also embracing your magic and the magic around you. And coming up, that's going to empower you to keep creating. And I'm feeling even more power there. Like it's one thing that could be bigger than you're expecting, because it's less of a thing and more of an action. And when you tap into that action, like it's just going to keep going. Like it grows upon itself. So, and that brings us to maybe coming up with what that energy you're experiencing right now. It's a 10, it's a lot, it's exciting, it's fulfillment, but there's also a lot going on. So in this next position, we have where you could need some assistance. And we have the 6 of Wands. And so this is telling me like needing assistance and feeling and celebrating your own wins. And remembering there are people supporting you, encouraging you. So I'm feeling that there's a little assistance in getting into that vibe of that celebratory vibe, confidence vibe. And also independence. Like, I'm feeling that while there is support here, and people are loving you to some degree, whether it's 120 or 3,000, people are with you. But I'm also feeling how much it is like you gotta keep going in your own direction. It's being drawn because of the different ways these people are looking back here. So I'm getting like even more like leadership, and you being a leader, and that being something that an energy that could use some assistance. And in the next position, we have a card that represents what could help with that, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. And so what I'm feeling here is keep tending to your garden. Keep making your space beautiful. That's physically around you, your room, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just keep tending to it. Keep tending to it, and that's going to grow a fantastic new beginning. And this is stable energy. This feels, this is, whereas the Ace of Wands is pulling from the collective a lot. Like you're going to be rolling with what's coming at you and staying inspired. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is a more grounding side, that by continually releasing what you don't need in your garden, trimming those weeds. And I'm also super feeling spending time in your garden. So enjoying your space, enjoying actual nature. It's going to be all the foundation you need for, I'm getting like a fresh start. And I love that this is here, this Ace of Pentacles. And we also have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's coming. Like, by tapping into this energy, you're going to get this energy. Which, again, can be a lot to go from here. Because if we see an Ace of Pentacles, this card still has some growing to do. And sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves, like with the Ace of, or the Queen of Wands, where I feel like she's looking ahead. Now when I look at her, you know what's great? I'm feeling inside of me how it's going to switch. That looking ahead is great for motivating, but it can be distracting. But we can spend some time to help us move on from that is to look back and think of how far we've come and what we've accomplished. And that can plan us in the present. So now we can come together. We don't need to focus so much on how are we going to make the future different. I'm coming from this dark time in the back. I'm coming from this dark time. How can I make it brighter? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing and planting the seeds you're planting, because that's going to give you fulfillment. That's going to help you call in this energy. It's going to help you stabilize that energy, which again can feel like a lot, especially if you're coming from backgrounds that didn't feel so safe and secure. So that can actually be triggering for some of us. If we didn't have stability, it can be overwhelming to think of, well, am I going to be able to handle all these things coming at me, good or bad? And that brings me to this last card, which is like what to expect given this reading, taking these readings into these cards into your life, seeing what resonates. So it's to remind ourselves, it said we might be having issues with our confidence and leadership. And the encouragement is to be in nature, tend to your own garden, work on your space. Again, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And with that will come 5 of Pentacles. And for in this position, I'm feeling how it's going to be a change. 5 is a number of change. And that can be turbulent. And that can be scary, and you can feel really unsure because, we're on the outside, we're over here, but we got to have faith that this change is coming. Or I'm actually feeling like you don't even know how good this change is going to be. And I'm feeling again that feeling of we need to stop holding our own selves back. We need to let the past be the past and fully be in the present. I'm getting an idea of keep your eyes on the prize being you and your success in self. Because success means there's something different to everyone. There may have been people who maybe had you focusing on not great things about yourself or painted things in a light that wasn't great, and it really chipped away at you. But changes are coming, especially because of what you're investing in yourself. Especially because of what you've tapped into recently, what you've ignited in yourself. Again, Queen of Wands, I feel that fiery energy, and you've ignited that. I'm feeling how a lot of that you did on your own too. So you did that. And I can feel how that can be even kind of scarier because you've done so much on your own, and now we're starting to bring other people into the picture. And I think that can raise its own, like it can trigger insecurities where we're just used to, I'll do it myself, or feeling sensitive to critiques. And that I'm getting that again here, that are they talking about me? Does everyone like me? Like I'm up here, but are they in their head? Are they worried about what people are saying to you? They're supporting me, or they seem to be with me, but are they really? Ground yourself, focus yourself. You're going to continue to be that guiding light, because I feel that, you're rising up. There's no reason to bring yourself down to their level. You keep rising. And things might seem really modest right now, but big things are coming. Change is coming. And I also like to flip over one other card if it calls to me. And we have the Six of Cups. And 6 is loving and healing. So I feel like that's what's on the other side of this change. This change is coming. Security, abundance, love, healing. I'm also feeling resolving of some issues. And it's more on your end than someone else's. And in fact, I'm drawn to, because I do see someone walking away here. Because you're going to be focusing on your own growth and love, and you're going to resolve things inside of you. And I love the flowers, and I'm feeling the stars, and I feel like they look like stars. And I feel like they're all like gifts that are going to be coming to you. All these gifts are going to be handed to you. Just for being you. Just for being you. Just for putting yourself out there, for loving yourself. These gifts are just going to keep coming. Wonderful. And I had one last thing I was going to do for us. I was going to read from Yoga Sutras. I was just going to rope into a page and see what little writing I was drawn to. So let's see. Okay. From this, there is a true transformation of the mind. As outgoing thoughts cease their former pattern of reacting to the appearance or disappearance of subliminal impressions. Instead, moments of restrained thought predominate. I'm going to read that again for us. From this, there is a true transformation of the mind. As outgoing thoughts cease their former pattern of reacting to the appearance or disappearance of subliminal impressions. Instead, moments of restrained thought predominate. I'm feeling the channeling here. We're still in this energy where we're not sure if we're going to be able to handle all this. But if we stay steady and true to ourselves and don't listen to other people, I got that wolves in sheep's clothing vibe. Regardless of if they're not right next to you supporting you, their opinion does not matter. You are tapping into your vibe. And the more you tap into that, the more growth that's coming, the more change that's coming. And Five of Pentacles, that's the physical earth, and physically, monetarily, change is coming. And so is love and ease, and it's because we cut those other things out. And we've invested in ourselves. and bring that back to the Virgo full moon. Definitely lovingly asking us to release. And step into our dreams. Like, totally feel it in your heart what you want to manifest. Feel it all, even if it's overwhelming. If aim high, aim big, expand. If that's what you feel in your heart, believe it. Go for it. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I do want to say I'm starting a Patreon. So if you like what you're hearing, you like what I'm doing, I'd love for you to check out my Patreon page so you can support me, help me with my day-to-day needs, as well as help me grow and expand with this, my lovely joy and gift to you, my offering. I love sharing with you, and I look forward to this being my beginning. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.